Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to be taking a deep dive into AI today,
Mm.
specifically how it's being used for product descriptions.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got a whole stack of articles here, different perspectives,
Mhm.
different tools people are using. So whether you're like an online retailer yourself
Right.
or just interested in how this tech is, impacting e-commerce, I think this is going to be super fascinating.
Definitely.
So, I mean, just to kind of set the stage for anyone listening who maybe
It's
isn't,
a
deep in the e-commerce world,
right.
product descriptions, those little blurbs you see on a website, they're like the make or break for
Yeah.
whether someone's going to buy something.
Absolutely.
But the problem is, if you've got like hundreds of
Oh,
products,
yeah.
thousands even, writing those descriptions, making each one unique,
Oh, it's a nightmare.
it's so time consuming. And then keeping a consistent tone of voice across everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a whole challenge in itself.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really interesting. AI is coming to the rescue, potentially.
It is.
One of the articles, I was blown away by this. It talked about how AI can actually analyze
Wow.
like a bunch of successful product descriptions, figure out what works,
Learn from the best.
and then write new ones in a similar style.
That's right.
Apparently, Shopify, the e-commerce platform, they're already doing this.
Oh, yeah. They're ahead of the curve there.
Have you seen other examples like this where AI is just
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is happening all over, not just in e-commerce,
really?
even in academia. AI is being used to help researchers write papers.
Oh, wow. No kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It can summarize complex research, even suggest citations,
So it's like this whole other level of...
revolutionizing how we think about writing itself.
Okay, so back to the e-commerce side. This article about Hrefs, the SEO tool,
Yeah.
they're using AI to like build SEO right into the product descriptions.
Oh, that's smart.
Wait, so the AI can help my products get found better too?
That's the idea, yeah. So you know how SEO is all about keywords?
Right.
Those terms people type into search engines? Well, AI can figure out which keywords are relevant to a product and then weave them into the description naturally.
So it's not just like stuffing keywords in there.
No, that's the old way.
That never reads well.
It has to sound good to humans, but also signal to Google what the product's about.
Makes sense. So more customers actually find my stuff.
Exactly. You're speaking Google's language, basically.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Then there's this other one, Copy.ai, I think it was called.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one.
They were talking about tone of voice and how AI can adapt to that.
That's right.
So, like, it could write something super casual,
Yep.
or it could sound really professional depending on what I need.
Exactly.
How does that even work? Does it, like, analyze my brand or something?
Kind of, yeah. These AI models, they're trained on tons of text.
Oh, okay.
So they learn how different people, different brands use language.
Yeah.
So you can tell it, I'm selling sneakers to teenagers.
Right.
Or I'm selling high-end electronics to, professionals.
And it adjusts.
Well, it'll write accordingly, yeah.
But then wouldn't all these descriptions, if everyone's using AI,
Ah, I see where you're going.
wouldn't they all start sounding the same?
That's the worry, right? Like we lose that unique voice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good point, and it's where, honestly, human oversight is still key.
Okay.
AI is a tool. It's not a total replacement.
So you're saying we need to be careful
Yeah, you don't want to just blindly trust it. You need that human touch
to make it really stand out.
to make sure it reflects your brand and it's not misleading customers or anything.
Right. Oh, and then this one blew my mind. Image recognition.
Whoa, yeah, that's getting big.
So the AI could like look at a picture of my product
That's the idea.
and write a description based on that.
Yeah, it can identify features, colors, even suggest what kind of person might like it.
That's crazy. But how does it know? I mean, can it really be accurate?
It's getting better all the time, but that's where the ethics come in.
Oh, right.
You got to make sure it's not exaggerating or, making stuff up.
You don't want it to be misleading.
Transparency's key. Let people know how you're using the tech.
I see. So it's powerful, but you got to use it responsibly.
Exactly. It's a tool, not a magic bullet.
Right.
You still need the human brain behind it.
Okay. So lots to think about.
Yeah, this is just the beginning.
This AI stuff is really shaking things up.
It is.
And we're just starting to see how it'll impact e-commerce.
Absolutely. It's an exciting time, that's for sure.
Definitely exciting, maybe a little scary too.
A little bit, yeah, but mostly exciting.
All right, well, we've got tons more to discuss about this,
Can't wait.
but we'll take a quick break and then we'll dive even deeper.
Sounds good.
So stick around, folks.
We'll be right back. It is, got to be upfront about it.
Totally. So thinking about how powerful this AI is, one article mentioned personalization, like tailoring the descriptions to
Ah,
individual customers.
that's where it gets really interesting.
How is that even possible? Is the AI going to write like a million different descriptions for every single person shopping?
Uh-huh. No, not quite.
Okay, good.
It's more subtle. It's about, like, emphasizing different aspects
Okay.
based on what it knows about the customer.
Give me an example.
Sure. So let's say someone's browsing an online store and they've got a history of buying, I don't know, eco-friendly products.
Okay, yeah.
AI could then pick up on that. And in the product description, it'll highlight any sustainable features.
Oh, I see. So it's like it knows what that shopper cares about.
Exactly. It's making the description more relevant, more appealing.
So they're more likely to buy.
Exactly. It's like having a super smart salesperson.
Who just knows what buttons to push.
Right. But in a good way, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. As long as it's not creepy.
That's the thing. We got to make sure it feels helpful, not manipulative.
Right. Right. Ethical AI. That's a whole other conversation.
Huge topic. But yeah, back to personalization. AI can consider all sorts of stuff. Past purchases, browsing history, even location, time of day, you name it.
To make it feel super tailored.
Exactly. And the more data it has, the better it gets.
I mean, it's kind of freaky how smart this is getting.
It is, but it also has the potential to be amazing for both sides.
For businesses and customers.
Yeah, as long as we use it responsibly.
Okay, so speaking of reaching a wider audience, what about language barriers? Lots of companies sell internationally.
Right.
Can AI help with translations?
Absolutely. Some of these tools have built-in translation.
Really?
So you can instantly get descriptions in multiple languages.
Wow.
But it's not just about word-for-word translation.
What else is there?
It's about cultural nuances.
Oh, right. Like a joke that works in one country.
Exactly. Might totally flop somewhere else.
So the AI can adjust for that.
It can. It's learning those cultural differences.
To make sure the message really lands.
Yeah, so you're not just speaking the language, you're speaking the culture.
Okay, so we're talking about a global marketplace where language is no longer a barrier. That's pretty amazing.
It's pretty wild how technology is changing everything.
It is, but a part of me still wonders, like, can AI really capture the heart of a brand?
Ah, the million-dollar question.
Yeah, that unique voice, that special something.
It's tricky, right? AI can learn patterns, mimic styles, but human creativity, there's a magic to it.
That's hard to define, let alone replicate.
Exactly. And honestly, we're still figuring all this out.
As a society.
AI is powerful, but it's still in its early days.
So we need to be thoughtful how we use it.
Absolutely, it's a tool.
Yeah.
With great power comes great responsibility.
That's a good way to put it.
We don't want to lose that human touch.
It makes a brand special, yeah.
That's what connects with people, ultimately.
Okay, so we've talked about saving time, boosting SEO, personalization, even translation. It's a lot.
AI is doing a lot.
But for someone listening right now, what's the takeaway?
I think it's this. AI is changing how we create and consume information.
Okay.
Product descriptions are just one example.
Right, it's bigger than that.
It's the tip of the iceberg. This is impacting all of us.
So what can people do to prepare? Like, what should they be thinking about?
Stay informed. Be willing to adapt.
Okay.
The AI world moves fast. What's new today?
Is old news tomorrow?
Exactly. So keep learning. Keep experimenting.
Don't be afraid to try new things.
And remember, AI is a tool.
We decide how to use it.
We're still in control.
All right, well, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have. It's fascinating stuff.
This whole AI writing product descriptions thing.
Who knew it would be so deep?
Right. I used to think they were kind of boring, but now...
Now you see the potential.
Yeah, it's like there are these little glimpses into a brand's personality.
And AI is giving us new ways to express that.
Exactly. But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with something to ponder.
Oh, okay. I like it.
We talked about how AI can capture tone of voice, brand style. But what about those truly unique things about a brand?
The stuff that's hard to put into words.
Yeah, like the je ne sais quoi, that magic.
Right, the human element.
So for everyone listening, think about this. What about your brand, your product, would be hardest for AI to capture?
That's a good question.
And why does that even matter to your customers?
Because at the end of the day, it's that human connection that really counts.
That's what makes a brand special.
And that's something AI can't replicate, at least not yet.
It's an exciting time to be in business, that's for sure.
It is full of possibilities.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time. It's true, that connection, you can't fake it.
No, you can't. And, that's what makes this whole AI thing so interesting.
Yeah.
Like, It's pushing us to think about what really makes us human,
Right, right.
what can't be automated, you know?
It's a good point.
And for businesses, it's like, how do we use this tech, but still keep that human element at the heart of it all?
So for someone listening, they're like, okay, this is cool, but where do I even start with this AI stuff?
I'd say don't be intimidated by it.
Okay.
Just start exploring. There's so many tools out there.
Are there like any you'd recommend?
A lot of them have free trials, you know?
Oh, that's good.
So you can play around, see what feels right for your brand.
Like what works for you?
Exactly, because it's not one size fits all, right?
That's true with any tech, I guess.
Totally. You got to find the right fit for your needs.
And your budget, probably.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But the main thing is, don't be afraid to experiment.
And to keep learning as you go.
Absolutely. This stuff changes so fast.
But even with all this AI, we can't forget our own judgment, our creativity, that still matters, right?
100%. AI is a tool. It's not the final answer.
It's like it can help us do things better,
More efficiently, yeah.
but it can't replace that human touch, that spark
A heart, yeah.
that ultimately builds trust with customers.
That's what keeps people coming back, for sure.
All right, well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have. It's been a fascinating deep dive.
It really has. I mean, who knew product descriptions?
Could be so thought-provoking.
Right. They're like these little tiny stories.
And AI is giving us new ways to tell them.
To make them even better.
Exactly.
Well, for anyone listening, I hope this has sparked some ideas.
This inspiration, yeah.
And maybe even a little bit of healthy fear of the robots.
Maybe a little.
But mostly excitement for what's possible.
Definitely. It's an exciting time to be in business.
It is. It's all about embracing the change, figuring out how to use it.
To our advantage, yeah.
To create something even better
Yeah.
for ourselves
Okay.
and our customers.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, folks, that's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.